what it is. No, I what it is, baby. What it is. I gotta go. Never wanna change, but you still there, laying down, praise the Lord. Break it down.
Yo, welcome into a little Sports 56 happy hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. It's a Thirsty Thursday, always brought to you by the best. And you know, on a Thirsty Thursday, my favorite drink is Tito's handmade vodka. Because if life hands you lemons, you don't freak out, you don't fret, you don't stress, you just make a lemon drop. Make sure it's with the best. That's Tito's handmade vodka. A little bit fired up. You know, we got football. It's back. In fact, I think we have 48 straight days of football. Last night we had a little football action. I'm not sure you paid much attention to the little small ones, but you know the Sun Belt is still, it is football and you can still gamble on it. But we got a lot of bets we're going to get into. I talked a little bit about some of the lines that I'm looking at early this season. One of them happens to be the Tennessee game against Arkansas. I just feel like Josh Heupel, especially in the first half, just gets his team so synchronized, offensive efficiency, goes at a pace, gets in the end zone. They score like a billionaire in a brothel down in the Philippines. I'm telling you, that's how they do it. 41 points a game. I'm taking the team total 41 and a half and going over that bad boy, because let me tell you something. Arkansas, since they came to Memphis in the second half of that football game, Memphis just ran roughshod on that defense. Like you saw 2 weeks ago, Notre Dame just go into Fayetteville and beat the brakes off of them. Then they get rid of Sam Pittman. Bobby Petrino's back. You know what Bobby Petrino likes to do? No, I'm not talking about the blondes. He likes to score. He also likes riding motorcycles, but he wasn't very good at it. That's kind of what was
kind of what led to it all, right?
But hey, who says you can always go back home, right? He's back there. He's in Fayetteville. And what's he going to do again? Try to score. First half, over 34 and a half is a fun look. I just think, like I said, Philippines, billionaires, brothels, just like Arkansas and Tennessee this weekend. Score, score, and score. Memphis Tigers, you know they're off. You talk with Jarvo. They're going to be chilling like a couple villains. They don't play till, what, the 11th? No, that's the 18th.
Yeah,
they
next
play
Saturday.
UAB.
Next Saturday, yeah. Hey, perfect time to have a seat. You know, you're bowl eligible. Go ahead and get rested up.
Man, 6-0. Offensive lines mashing people. Greg's running roughshod on folks. I am telling you, man, Memphis football has got me fired up. Another thing that's got me fired up is I love my new sponsors. And I got a great group of guys that are coming to work with me, and I'm going to try to get them to do work for you or your office building or your crib or whatever you're working on. Yo, you a commercial real estate agent, you're thinking to yourself, you just got a new big old space and you need a super, super deep clean. Man, just go to MrCleanTeam.com, because that is high-low commercial services cleaning company. And I got to introduce my new friend, Matt Dabney. You are the owner of High-Low. First and foremost, what's up, my friend? How's life?
Life is good. Thanks
Life
for having
is
us.
good. Now, life is not just good, it's great. And you've been doing this for 15 years now?
Absolutely.
Now, tell me something. Where have you been the last 15 years? How come you just now joined us?
Well, we've been growing this business. It takes a minute.
Yes, it does. It does. And tell me, what is it about your business right now? What separates you? MrCleanTeam.com. Y'all are the cleanest team in town. You like to say it is high-low. Y'all do it all. Commercial properties, business owners, long-term cleaning, one-time cleaning, monthly cleaning, daily cleaning. You do that too?
Absolutely. Before hours, during hours, after hours, it doesn't matter.
So if you need anything cleaned, you just go to MrCleanTeam.com, and my man Matt Dabney is going to come take care of you. Now, explain to me first and foremost, like, how does this work? So I go to MrCleanTeam.com. Now, what should I expect when I get to your website?
Well, it'll give you an area to fill out some information, to get in touch with us. We can come out and talk to you, see what your needs are, and then come up with something that fits exactly what you need.
And you basically do a complete game plan designed around their business. Again, if you need them there before opening hours, you can be there at 3 a.m. if need be.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Middle
we do
of the
that
afternoon.
A lot. Yeah, we do that a lot. Actually, a lot of people bring us in when they're not even working. They may be off for the holidays, and then we come in and do a super clean for them.
Oh man, I bet you do a lot of restaurants then too.
From time to time, we do.
I mean, it would
They
be a
make
good
a mess.
thing.
They
yeah,
make
they
a mess.
do. They need to clean after that. You know what I'm saying? Now, you're a property owner out there somewhere, and you're thinking to yourself, "Well, I've had this team cleaning my building for a long time. Why should they change?"
Well, I tell you what, we pay our people great, so we keep the same people in there, and that way you're not training new people constantly. And then we come in and check behind them because we have high expectations for our people. So I have somebody that comes by once a week, twice a week, depending on what the needs are, and we're going to check behind these folks. We're going to pay them right, and we constantly have new clean supplies coming in to make sure that's taken care of.
You're OSHA certified. What does that exactly mean?
It just means that we've had our people take the OSHA test to make sure everything's labeled. You don't want OSHA coming out to your job site and finding chemicals unlabeled and not knowing what works for what.
Hyperallergenic cleaning products. I know that's something that y'all use. Tell us, what does that mean for me, and what does it mean for your business?
It just means, nothing that's going to give you an allergy. We may have vacuums that get all the dust out of the air. Make sure the air's clean.
Make sure you can breathe.
Absolutely.
Oh, I love that.
You don't want to just spin dust around in the room.
No, I never thought about that. Yeah, that doesn't work, man. It's just going to settle again, and then it's going to be dirty as all get out. Now, what is the JRD guarantee?
That's we guarantee when we leave that space, it's going to be super clean, or we're going to come back and clean it for free and make sure we're going to make
until
sure
they're satisfied.
Until they're satisfied, you got it.
That's how you got to live, man, out there. Until they're satisfied, you make sure you do your job. My man Chad's in here with you. He works with you over at High Low. Chad, first and foremost, what's up, my friend?
How you doing?
Dude, it's good to see you, man. Because I know these guys not from being sponsors, but I know them from, let's just say, fun in life.
Yeah.
And fight games.
The fight game.
Dude, the fight game, the clean game, and now a little radio, man. We got all kinds of things. Chad, what are you doing over at High Low? Why is it the best clean team, man? And how can they get in touch with you? And why do they need to get in touch with you so you can set up a little bit of something?
Account executive, new business growth, and making those contacts that I'm happily ready to do and just help grow the business and, find out where new development may be, or bring back some old ones that we need. So, and I'm really excited.
Man, guys, so if you're in North Mississippi, do you take care of North Mississippi, or is this just a Memphis thing? Do you take care of West Memphis?
Memphis,
how far out do you go?
So we have an office all the way to Nashville. So anything between here and Nashville, all the way to Little Rock. We have construction cleaning, which we pretty much cover the SEC. Anything in the SEC, we'll cover it.
So you mean you go out there and even clean, post-construction, pre-construction, that whole thing?
Absolutely.
What don't you clean?
Well, we keep clean food. There's not anything we don't clean, actually. Whatever I say, hey, look, if you got something somebody else won't clean, give it to me. I'll figure it out.
You'll get it figured out. And that's basically the difference in High Low, it feels like. If there is something that needs to be done, you are going to make a game plan, basically like a coach, like Ryan Silversville's been drawing up everything over at Memphis, and you are going to get your team to go out there and do exactly what you lay out.
Absolutely.
Construction, residential. Ever residential? Do you ever had somebody with a big fat crib?
Now, if it was a house big enough, we'd do it, but mostly we just stick with the commercial.
It had to be a big old crib.
And I have cleaned a few big ones.
I know you do some major businesses, you deal with Hershey's, Tyson's, Sephora, Memphis School of Excellence. Tell us some of the people right now that you're already taking care of.
Well, those are a few. We have Medline, Snap-on Tools down in Olive Branch, Herbalife, huge warehouses, manufacturing facilities, big office buildings. We can handle it all.
Handle it all. It is High Low, by the way, but the easy way to get in touch with them is MrCleanTeam.com. Is that the most efficient way to get in touch with you for this game plan?
And the easiest to remember.
It is.
Clean Team.
Mr. Clean Team, High Low. High Low. HILO. High Low. I got it out. Now, all right, man, I got another question for you. So y'all do basically construction, residential, any big warehouses, anytime, like a day or night, And if somebody doesn't want to clean like something, you say that you will get it done. MrCleanTeam.com. It's HILO, high low. By the way, why is it high low? Where'd you come up with the name?
That's a long story.
Oh.
But it's actually named after a Vietnamese noodle shop that used to be here called Hilo Vietnamese Noodles. They closed down. I used to love to go to that shop, so I took the name, and that's how we got it.
And
Believe
you
it or
clean
not.
the top, you clean the bottom, and everything in between.
That's right.
High low, man. HILO, but go to MrCleanTeam.com. Got to ask you also, because you're football fans, you're fight fans. What's more entertaining for you guys, watching the UFC or football on Saturdays?
Man, that's a hard one.
That is a tough one,
That's
isn't
a
it?
tough one. I'm probably mine football for me.
Well,
You're always with. I was you're in the fight
business.
game, man. You were
Yeah.
hanging out with Hoist Gracie not too long ago.
Yeah, well, Hoist was in town. We'll have to maybe get him on here next time.
yeah.
But Attitude MMA fights, we got a fight coming up, and Hilo's a big part of it, and we're always trying to find that new next fighter and push them to the next level. But we're passionate about it, and it's October 25th.
Tell us.
Coronet.
Wait, hold on. I'm going to hear about the fight game, October
Yeah.
25th, and
At the
y'all
Coronet.
are also sponsoring the fight game.
Yeah.
We've been sponsored for a couple of years now.
I love
Yeah.
that, Matt. I love that, Chad. All right, Chad, you got to tell me, man. Tell me how I
You're
get
coming,
tickets.
right?
I'm coming.
All right, awesome.
When is it?
October 25th.
Yes.
Coronet. The old Shriner building off of Shelby Oaks Drive.
old-
Doors, open at about 5 o'clock. Fights kick off at 6. And you can go to AttitudeMMA.com.
AttitudeMMA.com.
Yeah. for
That is
more information.
a website, because October 25th, the old Shriner building is going down for real. Hilo, HILO, your construction clean team, Tyson's clean team. How'd you get Hershey's, bro? Do they do pay you in cash, not chocolate, right?
Yeah, they pay us in cash. Pay us in a check at least.
With a big old 15 years again. They are OSHA certified. It's a hypoallergenic cleaning products. They got the JRD guarantee. You find any debris left behind, free cleaning until you are satisfied. It's MrCleanTeam.com, cleanest team in the town. We're talking about high, low, HILO, long-term cleaning, daily cleaning, whatever game plan you need. They got you. We've been talking about the fight game. You're a big football fan, man. Is this the best Memphis team you've seen in a while? I mean, they running roughshod.
They are. They're fun to watch. I'll tell you, I was a little worried at that Arkansas game, but they came back at the end, and it ended up being a lot of fun to watch.
I'm telling you, man, I feel like that hit that I can't even remember which player from Memphis lit up their quarterback so hard, Taylor Green, right before the end of the first half. And since then, that defense has been as salty as any defense in the country, especially like in the second half of football games. If they make the college football playoff, I know you're a Memphis fan, and you know that the Big 12 turned us down, $200 million. They're like, nah. 5-year prenup. Nah. And we don't even have to pay you for 5 years. And they said no. And by the way, I took a gut punch. That's like, basically you're the only person that, can't get to the high school prom because you were the only dude in school who can't get a date. Like, that's how I felt. But now that they're kicking tail, kicking teeth, what do you think about like their chances of getting into a Power 4 conference, maybe the ACC?
I think there's a good chance if they can keep on winning. They just got to show they can consistently do it.
I think they can, man. I really do. The fact that they have South Florida at home, they have Tulane at home, and Navy, who's always been a bugaboo, at the crib, Simmons Bank, Liberty Stadium. Make sure you're out there watching the Tigers, and make sure that your office building, your construction, anything commercial property, if you need some cleaning, it is simple. And if you have somebody doing it and you ain't satisfied, get satisfied. Go to MrCleanTeam.com. Hire, high, low. Matt Dabney will take care of you. Matt, man, you got any parting words for my people out there?
I'll tell you what, go on there, and if you want to talk to us, we'll bring out coffee and donuts and sit down and talk about it and come up with a game plan for you. If anything, you get free coffee and donuts out of the deal.
I love that, man. I love that idea, man. Gentlemen, appreciate your time, and y'all keep listening to Sports 56. I'm going to plug the hell out of y'all because I'm going to make sure that Memphis, there's a lot of places I've been to, they need you. Like, they need you bad. I got a couple businesses I can think of right now that I'm going to say, hey, man, just like kind of forward them. MrCleanTeam.com, kind of drop a hint, maybe get them over there, get that thing right. Appreciate your time. We'll do this again like at least once a month, I hope, right?
Absolutely.
Y'all going to come in here, keep me up with the fight game?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll do it.
And y'all going to be out there on October 25th. All y'all going to be out there?
Oh, yeah.
Always. I'll be front row and center.
Oh, yes. It's October 25th. Go to AttitudeMMA.com for more information.
Yeah.
And get your fight game going on. And again, if you have a business, a commercial property, or you're a business owner, just trust me. Be with the cleanest team in town. Go to MrCleanTeam.com. Have them come over. Write a game plan. They'll bring you coffee. They'll bring you donuts. And they're going to always give you the JRD guarantee. Find any debris left? They are going to give you free cleaning until you are satisfied. It is Hilo, Hilo. We're back in 2 shakes. I got Isaac Simpson, man. It's time to talk Tiger football. Got a little Grizz. Got Evie Van Pelt at 12 o'clock. We're going to talk Ole Miss Rebels. I got some wood for you at 12:30. And you know the peeps out in the streets, they love the wood. Don't y'all dare touch that dial. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
You have opinions?
I think it's over.
Of course you do.
I don't think it's that simple.
Everyone does.
I got all the answers.
Hit us up on the Sissy's Log Cabin listener line at 360-8255.
Ready to shine, Memphis? Save big on Club Car Wash's Best Wash this Tuesday for just $12. Stop by any 4 club locations in Greater Memphis or visit clubcarwash.com to learn more.
Car Wash, join the club.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus in Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
When your reputation's on the line, you don't leave anything to chance, especially your primer. Painters trust Kills primers for a smooth start, strong adhesion, and serious stain-blocking power. And now, the full Kills lineup is available exclusively at the Home Depot. Need it fast? Get same-day or next-day delivery, or order online and pick up in-store. Kills primers. Pro results, faster. The Home Depot. If you're a pro, you know.
Nestled in the heart of East Memphis, located corner of Park and Cherry, is a beautiful residential neighborhood. I'm here at Town Village Audubon Park interviewing a new resident, Carolyn. Share with us why you chose Town Village.
Well, if your parents or special friends need to make that big move, let me share with you my experience. It was tough for me to leave home, but then I discovered Town Village. I would like to highly recommend Town Village to you and your loved ones. After looking at all the amenities and meeting all the people and staff, I was hooked. From restaurant, bistro, 3 meals per day, housekeeping, transportation, security, health care, physical therapy, exercise room, and even a heated pool and spa. Come see us and make your new home at Town Village.
Visit us and call Daniel at Town Village Audubon Park at 901-374-7342. There's no place like home, Town Village.
Ole Miss Rebel Yell is back. The Rebel Yell Hotline Radio Show is back on WHBQ Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Every Monday night at 6, hear the latest news on your Ole Miss Rebels with Yancey Porter with 24/7 Sports, former Ole Miss defensive tackle Mike Fitzsimmons, Gordon Ford covering SEC Sports Call, and former Ole Miss baseball announcer Gary Darby. From kickoff to free throw to extra innings, your Ole Miss Sports on the Rebel Yell Hotline Show right here Monday night at 6 on Sports 56, 560 AM and 98.5 FM, your Mid-South sports station.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour brought to you by MemphisMoldInspector.com. Here once again is Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. I am a bad boy, by the way. Do you know that?
Not a bad boy Piston, but just a bad boy.
Yeah, I ain't no Piston, man. I wish I had a little Isaiah.
And you ain't ever signed with Puff Daddy either, so you're not that kind of bad boy either.
No. Bad Boy Records still around? Did he sell that joint?
I don't think he sold it, but he might need to do something. He got 50 months.
What do you mean?
He got sentenced.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he got federal 50 months.
Wait a second.
Yeah, 4 years, 2 months.
How much time? So does that account the time that he's done?
I don't know about that.
Because it seemed that's interesting.
Yeah, but they gave him Fed time, 50 months.
Fed time mean full time.
Yeah.
Full time. Yeah. By the way, speaking of full time, my man Stan Mosier is always on the call. He's always ready for you. And you know who my man Stan is, right? That's right, Memphis Mold Inspector. He's the only licensed mold inspector, period. Go to Memphis, moldinspector.com. It's that easy. It is that freaking easy. But the thing that's not easy if you have mold is breathing. And I don't know if you know this, breathing is kind of important. Like if you've got a business, do you want your employees and your customers coming into your business and breathing unhealthy air? Absolutely not. That's why you go to memphismoldinspector.com. Get in touch with my man Stan Mosier. He is going to take care of you. He's going to take care of your family. You got children, you got maybe some parents, older family members living with you. Maybe you're a little bit older or immunocompromised. The air that you breathe, it can absolutely destroy you if you have black mold in your crib. If you have any issues with your breathing, if you have any allergies, get in touch with Stan Mosier. Go to memphismoldinspector.com, and he's going to come out there, and he's going to take care of you. And if he's going to test everything, he's got so many dead gum. Like, dude, remember back in the day, the Ghostbusters? Remember all those awesome that equipment?
Yeah.
Like, dude, it reminds me of that, man. He's got all this equipment. He comes
Proton
out there.
pack
Boom, boom, boom,
So
boom.
he got the big backpack and
Dude,
everything.
man, he's got it all, bro. He's got so many dadgum different machines. It's all science, and he's checking out everything for you because if there's moisture in your house, there could be mold. And again, he's going to make sure that you don't have it. So check out my man Stan Mosier at memphismoldinspector.com. All right, you know who we get to talk to? Oh, Isaac's been on hold. I figured you weren't calling until 11:30. I feel so bad, man. He's got to watch the Cowboys because he's a Cowboys fan, and he's been on hold for 5 minutes. Isaac, what's up, my friend?
Man, what's going on, Johnny? I'm good, man. How are you?
Oh, I'm blessed, man. You know, before we get into anything of actual importance, I just wanted to ask you, any Grizzlies news, Isaac, that you think is kind of important? I mean, they played the Celtics last night. Everybody and their grandmothers beat up. Like, right now, like, is it even, like, is there anything to even talk about with the Grizzlies?
No, not really. I'm not a person that puts a lot of stock in the preseason, especially with the way that they kind of played the game last night. I mean, that was kind of the equivalent of a bullpen game. I mean, they didn't even – I mean, you're already down Ja, Jared, and Zach Edey, and they didn't even play their – what you would call their best preseason rotation last night. I mean, they started Lawson Lovering, who's not even on the two-way. He's probably because it's going to be a hustle guy at center last night. As soon as I saw their starting lineup, I was like, man, I already knew what this was going to be like. And because Boston was kind of playing the game to win. They played Jaylen Brown, Derek White, significant minutes, and the Grizzlies were just kind of out there just trying different lineups and stuff. So, I mean, I don't take a lot out of it. I think if you're going to take anything out of it, the first game was kind of more something that you could lean your hat on. But as far as preseason is concerned, especially with kind of the Grizzlies, I think they're just kind of trying to figure out some lineups. Teams have different agendas and what they're trying to get done in the preseason. So the wins or losses don't really mean much, especially last night. Like I said, they were just kind of trying some stuff. No Javon Small starting at point guard. You have really no inside presence. I mean, I can't really put a lot of thought into that at all.
The great Hubie Brown used to say, if you can defend and you can rebound, you'll have a chance to win every night. With this team, I worry about both of those.
That's a great point.
Defending and rebounding. What you tell me what you see thus far, even if just preseason with just the roster development that you have already. What you see so far, Isaac?
Man, when the team is healthy, I think this team has the potential to be really good defensively.
Okay.
I think KCP is a really good defender. You got Scottie Pippen Jr. I mean, you got guys on this team that can defend. I think that's kind of where they're going to be, maybe even more so than the offense. I think this team, of course, Jared, you know what he can do defensively. I think that's something that this team is going to hang their hat on. I just think with this preseason, you just looking at lineups of guys that probably never going to play together. I mean, you got two-way guys, non-contract guys mixed in. You had a little GG in there, but they didn't even play KCP last night. They didn't play Ty Jerome. Pippen Jr. didn't play last night. So it's just kind of hard to take in. I think any negative out of last night, the only thing I think I would really take out of last night is GG. I would have liked to have seen him play a little bit better. I mean, you think with the guys that they had on the floor that he would pop a little bit more, and he just really hadn't stood out. I mean, he's kind of struggled just like with the rest of the guys in the lineup. So I think that's kind of what you would take out of it if you're going to take any negative. But as far as the team, the makeup of the team, I think they'll be really good defensively. And I think once you get Zach Edey in there, he'll be able to rebound the basketball at a pretty high clip. I think this team, the biggest question with the Grizzlies is always health. I mean, that's going to be the deal with them, and it's to the point now where it's just a wait and see. Like, I don't put any expectations on it because it just seems like they just can't ever get over the injury bug.
It's been a few years. I mean, first,
yeah, a few years.
It was all started with Deepak and the whole situation, and then you miss these games, and then all of a sudden, then it's injuries upon injury upon injury upon injury, and you're just like, man,
to be fair, it's before Deepak really, though, because you can go back to the 2022 playoff when Ja went down with the knee, and then we lost Brandon Clark for a piece in there.
Jared's been out with injury.
Yep.
Yeah. You think Jared will be ready by opening night?
Man, if you look at, he's been putting some cryptic stuff out on Instagram. If you kind of read the tea leaves, it seems like he might be hitting that he will be, and I definitely think Ja will.
Okay.
I mean, when you ask, I think that Ja thing is more of
precautionary.
They just want to shut him down for the preseason. Yeah. I don't really think there's anything going on with him. There's no boot, no crutches, and when Thomas Isolos asked about it, he always smiles and kind of laughs like, yeah, the job's gonna be fine. I think they're kind of embellishing that, but I think Ja's fine. So I definitely think Ja will be there opening night, and I do think there's a chance Jaren be there. I think it'll be a little bit longer on Edey, and I think a little bit longer than that on Brandon Clark. I think Brandon Clark might miss a couple months if I had to bet. I think Edey will probably be back sometime early November, I would say.
Sticking with basketball, I'm going to move over to the Tiger basketball side of things. Everybody remembers last year was P.J. Haggerty balling out, not need Sideshow Bob out there shooting like a maniac, and now we have basically a completely new team. Very, very, very different roster. The guard play, the perimeter shooting could be strengths. A little bit worried about some size and depth. Like, how am I supposed to think right now about this Penny Hardaway 2025, 2026 roster?
I mean, I feel good about it. I think this roster has a lot of upside. I think, it's a different kind of team. It's a different kind of team than we saw last year, definitely, where it was really
depth was a
top-heavy.
big issue.
Yeah, you had 2 or 3 guys that were kind of it. And if those guys struggle, the team was going to struggle overall. I think with this team, it could be a different guy every night. And I think he's going to be able to, because he hangs his hat on defensive end. Penny is defense to offense for him, and I think this team has opportunity to be really good defensively because of the length that they have on the team. I mean, you have 5 or 6 guys that could fit anywhere from the 2 to 4. He's 6'5" to 6'7" guys that you can kind of play all over the court. He's going to be able to bring these guys in and out in waves, and I think it's going to wear teams down. I like this roster. I think the question, like you said, is how good are these bigs? I think they got a blessing
with Aaron Bradshaw
late like they did with last year with St. Danger. I think getting Tyreek Ingraham in here, I think it's going to be. I think that's a big hit. I think that kind of changes some things because I was kind of worried. I mean, you got Aaron Bradshaw and coming out of high school with me. I covered him back when I was covering recruiting with Tiger Sports Report. I mean, one of the best players in the country, and he just hasn't really lived up to that. He has all the skills. I mean, a guy can play on the inside, outside, can face up,
can get up and down the court like a madman.
Yeah, can run the floor. I mean, he fits Penny's style to a T. Can block shots. Like I said, is a guy that you have to honor from the 3-point line. So I think with him, and now that you add Ingraham, I think that gives you kind of some versatility there at the 4 and 5. Because I think before they got Ingraham, you were looking at probably starting one of these 6'6", 6'7" guys at the 4, which was kind of like Zachary Davis. Maybe they came over from South Carolina, possibly starting him at the 4 and kind of playing undersized all the time, and that kind of worried me. So I really think getting Ingraham in here is big. I think he's a guy that could just like, I'm not going to say he's going to be dang danger, but a guy that you saw coming over from another school, average 6-7 points, and come in here and really end up being one of the best bigs in the conference. I think that's something that you could see from Ingram. So
really,
I'm excited about this team. I really am. I like the guard depth, like you said. The shooting is there. You got a lot of guys with experience. Quante Berry is another guy that coming over from Temple that's not getting a lot of pub, but I think he's a guy that can really be good for his team. A guy that's veteran guy, fifth-year senior. I think he's going to be really, really good as well. So I like the makeup of this team.
How much do you think Tariq Ingram's going to get playing time? I mean, last year he averaged with Ryder, almost 11.7 boards and 1.5 assists, shot 55%. With I don't know. They say he's got pretty good footwork, nice touch around the rim. He's got some physicality. Like, is he going to be getting solid minutes?
I think so. I mean, if you watch his highlights and watch him play, he reminds you a lot of Dane Danger. He does a lot of the same thing, kind of that same size, kind of does the same things. Like I said, I think that's lofty expectations, but I do think he's a guy that is going to surprise some people. I think he's going to come in and have a really big impact on this team. I think by mid-season, I think he could emerge as possibly being the best player on this team. That wouldn't surprise me at all, kind of like you saw with Dane Danger, because I think you could start him and Bradshaw in that starting lineup, and I think it gives you versatility because, again, Bradshaw's a guy that can step out, shoot out the three, face up, and then you have that inside presence with Ingram. I think that could be a devastating combo, especially when you get into conference play in America. And I think they could really do some damage in this conference, man. I think this team is going to be good. I mean, they were picked number 1 in the preseason poll today in the coaches poll. South Florida came in number 2. I think UAB was number 4. I think who was number 3. I can't remember who was number 3. Tulane, I think, was number 3. So Memphis picked number 1, and it's been a while. Memphis is crazy as that sounds. Memphis usually is not picked number 1 in the conference. I mean, over the years, I think they might have been last year, but outside of that, I think they've never been picked number 1 in the preseason poll, in the coaches poll. And that's kind of crazy to say with the talent that they had. But, yeah, I mean, I think this team has a really good shot, man, of doing something special. This should be – I think they have the type of talent that can get to the second weekend. I know we talk about that year in and year out, but with the depth of this team, and I think this could be his best team. Penny said that he thinks overall talent, this is probably the most that he's ever had if you're going from top to bottom of the roster.
Dang, man. Like, the one thing is, though, is like, I want to have depth. We saw how bad it was last year when we had a couple people get banged up. It just, killed us at the end. But you can only play 5 at a time. Do you think, do they have, the guys to go out there and finally, make a little bit of run? And I know it's very early, but it's always about, what is the expectation? And it's always going to be at the end of, what happens in March. That's basically what, Penny has to live for.
I want to say, yeah. I mean, at this point, that's brass tacks. That's all that really matters with the team. One thing I will say that could be a negative with this team is with there not being kind of, okay, well, these 3 are the guys. We've seen Penny struggle with rotation and who to play. And this is a team where it's set up to where you probably are going to want to play different guys because there's not, like I said, there's one guy. There's no P.J. Haggerty. Yeah, that's my guy on this team, or Dane Danger necessarily. I think this is going to be a collective type team, and with Penny's personality, he can't get in trouble with that a little bit. I mean, we've seen him overplay guys. You're 5 minutes into the game, he's played 8-9 guys already in games. So I think that's something that you have to look out for this year. But again, man, I think the expectations got to be second weekend. I mean, when you're at Memphis, that's just baseline, man. You should be doing that. And they haven't been able to do that in years. So that's the goal coming into the season. Penny talked about it. He doesn't make any excuses about it. I mean, I think that's the expectation. I mean, at least get to the second weekend, and I don't think that's any different this year.
We're talking with my good buddy Isaac Simpson. I'm going to take a quick time out. We've been talking Grizzlies. We've been talking hoops. We've been talking Tigers. We've been talking Penny. Now it's time to talk about the team with the longest winning streak in the country. That would be the Memphis football team. 6-0 already, bowl eligible. They off this week. They chilling. You know what I'm saying? Getting that body rested up, getting ready to go on that run where they go down there and whip up on a little UAB. And then when they come back to the crib, Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium better be bumping when South Florida comes in. But make sure you're watching tomorrow night. South Florida, North Texas game. I think that's going to be a hell of a football game. Everybody knows about South Florida. I don't think people understand how good this little kid Drew is, that little freshman quarterback for North Texas. And by the way, North Texas people don't look so fast. 1.5-point favorite. We're talking Tiger football with Isaac Simpson on the other side. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Available locally on your radio dial as well as around the world online at sports56whbq.com. Take us with you everywhere by downloading the Sports 56 app. And at home, just say, Alexa, play Sports 56. Wherever you are, it's easy to stay tuned to Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Rick's Powder Coating for a beautiful finish every time. Rick's Powder Coating specializes in automotive, ornamental, residential, and industrial coating. With 2 conveyor lines and the largest batch ovens in the Mid-South, Rick's can accommodate all of your powder coating needs. Locally owned and operated since 2002, Rick's Powder Coating will customize a beautiful finish just for you. Drop by or call to see how Rick's Powder Coating can bring color to your life. 901-367-2771 or rickspowdercoating.com.
Protect your home and auto by bundling them with Progressive, and you'll have a little less to worry about. But we know you'll find other things to worry about. Like that text you just got from your boss. Hey, call me when you get a sec. Hey, call me when you get a sec. Hey, call me when you get a sec. Oh, hey, call me when you get a sec. Yeah, this is bad. Oh, well, at least you protected your home and auto with Progressive, so you don't have to worry about that. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Hey, Doc, nice office. Quick question. If you had to choose, would you give yourself a root canal or run payroll?
Run payroll, no question.
Seriously? Well, have you run payroll before?
Paying my team with Gusto couldn't be easier. Gusto gives me unlimited payroll runs, next-day direct deposits, and automatically files my taxes. Saves me time.
Wow, that's nice.
Over here, Doc. Can I run payroll too?
Choose payroll without the pain. Visit gusto.com/radio to sign up for free.
At Choate's Air Conditioning, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical, we've proudly served families across the Mid-South since 1958. Still family owned and operated, we're built on tradition, trust, and old-fashioned service you can count on. And now to celebrate 68 years of service, we're offering a heating tune-up for just $68. Keep your home safe, efficient, and ready for the cold months ahead. Looking to upgrade? Right now, get up to $2,000 in instant carrier cool cash rebates, plus 60 months no interest financing on select carrier systems. That means comfort and savings today and peace of mind for years to come. But that's not all. Upgrade today and take advantage of $500 off a tankless water heater or a whole home generator installation. Even more ways to protect your home and your family. Don't wait. These special offers won't last. Call 347-8086 or visit ChoatesHVAC.com today and turn to the experts with Choates and let our family serve your family.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour brought to you by MemphisMoldInspector.com. Here once again is Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. It's a little Thirsty Thursday, baby. Man, I'm telling you, it's been a very adventurous Thirsty Thursday. Did you know that? I filled in for a little Wolo today. Did you know that?
Oh, yeah.
It was nice, man. Did a little hour already. Man, got a little bit more time, and I got Isaac Simpson to talk about, I think, one of the hottest topics around the bar. Yeah. This is Johnny Radio's Happy Hour.
Yeah.
And bar talk, let me tell you, all night was about Memphis, not the Grizzlies, not Penny and the basketball team, but about Ryan Silverfield and the football team. And I got asked more questions because of the Bill Belichick news.
Oh yeah.
You don't think he'll leave us for that job, do you? And I say, I don't know. I'll ask Isaac. What's up, Isaac? It's my buddy Isaac Simpson, Memphis Tiger football, 6-0, longest win streak in the country. Trying to give the 2-finger salute, one in each hand, to the Big 12 after them turning us down $200 million in a prenup, 5 years no pay. Please, this team absolutely. I feel it. Like having South Florida, having Tulane, having Navy, all at the crib. The Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium, the renovations, the Arkansas game was 40,000 strong. I'm ready to get that place packed to John out, and I'm ready to get to the college football playoff. What are the real chances, Isaac?
Yeah, man, I think you laid it out. I mean, we talked about it with those 3 major games being at home. I mean, I think it's really set up for them to get it done. I mean, but they just got to take it 1 week at a time. I mean, you got trap games. That East Carolina game has been one I've kind of side-eyed all year, man. That East Carolina's a decent team, man. You got to go on the road. If you got to stay focused, because I know they're locked in on South Florida, Tulane, and Navy, but the East Carolina game, I think that's one that you really have to be careful with. And I think going into Navy, if they're undefeated, that's kind of a tricky one as well. So those are 2 that I kind of look at that could be trap games. But you said, man, longest win streak in the country, and this is a good football team. I don't think this is not a fluke. I think a lot of people say, oh, well, they haven't really played anybody. Arkansas is not any good. But I know good football when I see it, and this is a really good football team on both sides of the football. I think the defense was the secondary was kind of questioned going in. I've been proud of what they've been able to do. I think they've quite a lot of critics because I think that was a big question coming to the season. They played well. I mean, even going back to that Arkansas game, I know Arkansas is not great, but it's still an SEC team, and I think they did a really good job of covering those receivers, and they've just done a good job all year. And you add the dynamic of being able to run and the way they're able to run the football. Anytime a team can run the football the way they're able to, man, you're going to be in games. I think they can compete with anybody with the way that they can run the football. So I'm excited. I think you touched on it right before the break. Big game tomorrow night in the American. I really think people have talked about game day possibly coming here, ranked versus ranked, Memphis and South Florida. I think North Texas is going to get South Florida tomorrow night.
I do
North
too.
Texas is actually a 1.5-point favorite in that game. And people didn't know. I know North Texas hadn't played anybody of note. I mean, they got to play Washington State. It kind of blew them out. They beat them 59-10, but that team is good. I mean, the quarterback, Drew Messermakers, big kid, 6'4", he's thrown for almost 1,300 yards, 11 touchdowns.
No interceptions, man. Dude hadn't thrown a pick all year. We need to get him.
No, man, he's good, man. And then they got that 1-2 punch at running back with Mackenzie McGill and Caleb Hawkins. That's a really good football team. And I think people are kind of sleeping on them. They're in that picture as well. People talking about outside of Memphis, they're talking about South Florida and Tulane. I think people need to give this North Texas teams the credit as well. And I really do think they're going to spoil that party. I think they're going to get that win against South Florida tomorrow night. But I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be a tremendous football game.
I think it's going to be a tremendous football game tomorrow night. I'm going to definitely be watching it close because, again, everybody, like South Florida, made a lot of noise earlier in the season. Everybody's kind of looking at them like, dang, man, they seriously playing some pretty damn good ball. They're 24th in the country, currently ranked, I believe. And,
yeah, that's right.
I mean, it started off hot for them. You got that big Boise State win, which was like a standalone game, so everybody watched that bad boy. They beat Boise State pretty damn handily, if I remember correctly. I feel like it was like 35-10 or something. It was a damn impressive win. And then they beat the Gators, bro, at their crib
in the swamp.
Yeah, went out
in
to
the
swamp and got it.
swamp, which was nuts. But then they play that Miami team, and Lord, that's what I want to see.
Hard Rock that day for them.
Yeah, that was a tough one. But, man, that North Texas team, South Florida, Memphis, they're all right there. And hell, I forget. Navy's also 5-0, damn it.
Yeah.
How good is Navy? We haven't even really, because it's the last game of the season. I just don't hear a lot of buzz around Navy, even though they are 5-0.
Yeah, I've watched them some. They're not like the Navy teams we've seen, some of the best that we've seen over the last few years. They're not that. I mean, they're 5-0, but I think that kind of has more to do with the schedule they played. Like some teams you can look at, they're 5-0, and you're like, oh, yeah, I can tell that they're really a great football team. They're good, but I think they're definitely beatable. But it does scare me that if Memphis they're undefeated and they kind of go into that game, final game of the season, we already know what's the different beast playing against Navy and kind of how you got to defend them. That's a tricky game. And if you're not 100% focused, they can cause some problems for you. So that is a scary one, but I think, when you look at these teams, I think I would have them last in the grouping when you talk about Memphis, South Florida, North Texas. I think I would put Navy probably fifth in that category.
Navy had a receiver that went for like 8 catches for 243 last week. That's very unlike Navy.
Yeah, in the Air Force game.
Yeah, even with that new coach, when the Ken Diamantelolo's moved on, he's with San Jose State now. Okay. They kind of open it up a little bit more than they used to. Yeah. Like they will throw it over your head now. Okay. They will kind of throw the ball deep in. Under Diamantelolo, they didn't really throw the ball at all. They will do some normal things now outside of that option. But yeah, man, they're tough. You got to be ready for them. Your defense has to be on point anytime you play them because it's so unorthodox. It's just not what you see on a week out basis. So it's always a different beast anytime you're taking on a midshipman. But
yeah, that Blake Horvath kid's a pretty good quarterback too.
Horvath is good, and then you can take off and run. That's something that you definitely have to deal with because if you let him get loose, man, he'll run you to death. And we've seen that against this Tiger team. So it's going to be fun, man. I'm excited, but it's just a big opportunity. I tweeted about it yesterday on Twitter, and a lot of people kind of ask, what do you mean, how the significance of them getting college football playoff? I really do think that could be the key for them getting in a Power Four.
Me too.
And if they don't make it, I think that could be tough. Even with everything that's going on, they couldn't even buy their way into the Big 12, which is just crazy to me. It's still crazy to me to think that the Big 12 turned that down. But what a middle finger would that be for them to have to turn them down? They go out and make the college football playoff. How crazy would that be, man? How much egg would they have on their face?
How crazy would it be too? If you had like a college football playoff and like maybe a Memphis Ole Miss game or something, that would just be like a dream come true.
Oh man, and that's kind of what they're projecting right now. And I think if things kind of play out like we think, I think they would probably make that game because regional, that would be crazy, man, down in Oxford. That you'd have a lot of Tiger fans travel down there. Obviously, that would be a huge game, man. And I think Ole Miss is good, but I think Memphis could compete with Ole Miss. I think it would be a really good football game, man. I would love to see it play out like that if they do make the CFB. I think that would be a great matchup for them.
Now, when we also look at the top of the college football playoff, because we're thinking about Memphis hopefully getting in, just getting in, man, it's the key, I think, for survival to get into the Power Four. I think Memphis needs it more than anything.
Exactly. I don't even if you lose, which you're going to be a underdog going into whatever matchup that is. Even if you lose, I think that's the optics of you going undefeated or even one loss. I think there's a chance. I know people think they got to go undefeated, but I think there are situations where they could have one loss and still end up being their representative.
Win the American championship game and then bam.
Yeah, but I think just getting there is just such an accomplishment, man. With the renovations going on, if they pull that off, I just think it's hard, man. Somebody was the ACC or Big 12 comes crawling back. I think somehow, some way, if they make it, they find themselves in a Power Four going forward. I really do think that's the key, and I think a lot of people haven't really put that in perspective because if you don't, I don't have a lot of confidence, man, in what happens going forward because I think the university, the city with FedEx, they put their best foot forward and done everything they can do, man. It just still seems like it's not enough, but I really do think that would put them over the top.
What's been more impressive, the offense or the defense for you? Been a little bit more surprising? Because, right now, the way they're running the ball, they're passing the ball, the way they're running 50% of the time, passing 50% of the time. You don't know if Brendan Lewis is going to take the ball and use his legs or push the ball down the field. Their offense is great, but, man, this defense in the second half, especially of games, has been absolutely filthy. You got linebackers flying all over the field, lighting people up.
Yeah, man, I think it's the defense because I kind of, going into the season, I kind of said I knew they would be good running the ball with Brandon Lewis' ability and with the running backs there with Sutton Smith and Greg DeRosier, I knew they'd be one of the best. I felt like they'd be one of the best running teams in the country. So that doesn't really surprise me. I think the passing game has really opened up. Coach Cortez Bram was the guy that's kind of been the guy, but now you got Jamari Hawkins is really emerging as that second target. We talked about that over the last few weeks of somebody else emerging. I think Jamari Hawkins is becoming that guy. And then you mix in a little Marcelo Bussey with that as well. I think the passing game is really potent as well now. So super balanced, like you said, man. 50% run, 50% pass. I mean, you got the threat of Brandon Lewis running. Just hopefully he can stay healthy, man. Because he don't go down. I mean, when he takes our running, man, he's delivering body blows. He ain't sliding like you see a lot of these quarterbacks. He's going in there like a running back, man. And you see him kind of go. He had a shoulder stinger last couple of weeks. He's kind of left the game. He's been able to come back in, man. But hopefully he's got to have him healthy because if you take him out of the equation, it's a completely different situation. So he got to be careful. I know Ryan Silverfield talked about telling him, man, don't take so many of those hits.
Unnecessary
he doesn't have
hits.
a mentality to go in and slide or anything like that. He's going to try to get every yard he can get. He'll put that shoulder into you.
Man, I'm just telling you, I'm loving me a little bit of Memphis football right now. I'm fired up for it. Isaac, I know you're excited about covering it, but it is almost that time to say goodbye, and I do have to ask you about just college football in general. Ohio State, Oregon, Miami, Indiana, Alabama. Like, who do you think is the best team in the country?
Man, I think it's Ohio State. I really do. I think if I had to say right now, man, I think they're the favorite to kind of win it all. Man, I like Miami. I do like Miami, but I think those are probably the top two teams. If I had to pick two right now, Oregon is kind of they're 5-0, but I've seen kind of some chinks in that armor. I mean, you saw that game against Washington where the game was a lot closer than it should be. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I think it's going to be interesting to play out, man. But I think Ohio State is the best team in the country. I really do think that.
Man,
so we'll see how it plays out. But man, it's going to be fun, man. I love college football. Love the way this season is setting up, and it's fun, man, when the Tigers are doing what they're doing.
I will say that Indiana, if they go out there and beat Oregon, they have the softest schedule of anybody out of the Big Ten. I mean, you don't have to face Ohio State.
Just think about that. I made a mistake when I was talking about Washington. It was actually Ohio State that played Washington. So, yeah.
Yeah, anyway. But it's just wild. Like, that Indiana team, man, like, how's Kurt Cignetti doing it again? Like, is Indiana football now real?
Man, it looks like it is, man. Whoever would have thought that Indiana football would become a real thing, man. But it looks like right now, man, it's more of a football school than a basketball school. I don't think anybody would have ever thought that at Indiana, but that's kind of where they're headed, man. It looks like they've sustained success with that football program, and it looks like he's really building something there.
And we ain't just talking about a basketball school with Indiana. That's a basketball state.
Yeah,
historically,
no
just stay heavy like that. I got MJ, Indiana native. He'll tell you first off, they play the game the right way, this, that, and the other. And then when we come back on the football side, the only cat we know related to Indiana football is Antoine Randall.
True that. But you better start knowing Fernando Mendoza, because that kid is the truth.
Yes, sir.
1,200 yards, 16 touchdowns, only one pick this year.
Yeah, he's real. No doubt.
He is him. He's also like 6'5", too. Man, he's a big boy. Man, Isaac, thank you so much for your time. Everybody follow Isaac at Isaac _NBA and always listen to him right here every single Thursday. Be blessed, my friend.
Will do, man. Talk to you next week.
That is Isaac Simpson. Man. You know what we're going to talk now?
We're going down.
Evie.
We're going down to Oxford. We're going to talk a little bit of Ole Miss.
No, man, you got to update it.
Like,
you got to make it sound like Biggie, John. Evie, can't you see? Yeah, that's who we talking about.
Like
Evie Van Pelt.
You know, the Rebel Walk, though, is your number one source for all things Ole Miss sports information. Go to therebelwalk.com. Bing, bang, boom. You got everything, man. They got you updated on everything. Football, baseball, basketball, women's sports, you name it. If it has anything to do with the Rebels, baby, they covering it.
Speaking of women's sports, be glad that me and Isaac then shipped that over to the WNBA Finals last night. It was a classic activity going on.
Breaking news.
Wait. Hold on. Time out. There's a WNBA Finals going on?
Yes, sir. Hater.
Is my girl, my fine.
No, they got eliminated.
They
got it out.
My girl going. Did that little Caitlin Clark girl ever play again?
No.
What happened to her?
Out for the season.
What'd you do?
Bunch of stuff.
Oh, man.
Made 16 mil off the court.
Hey, Evie Van Pelt, the Rebel Rock Hottie Toddy next. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Let Bryant Dacus and Brett Norsworthy take you home every afternoon. Sports Time on Sports 56. Weekdays from 3 to 6 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus of Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
To NST, it's never just another case. It's your shot at getting life back on track. Real help, real heart. 35 years and still winning. NST is the way to go. Call 683-7000 or go online at nstlaw.com.
If you need glass replaced, there's only one name you need to know. Binswanger Glass, the largest full-service glass company in the U.S. They've been an industry leader for over 145 years. For all your residential, commercial, or auto glass needs, Binswanger Glass is the name you need to know. 24-hour emergency service for all commercial customers, plus a nationwide warranty on all professionally installed glass. Visit Binswanger Glass in Midtown at 340 South Hollywood across from the Liberty Bowl. Visit binswingerglass.com. Binswanger Glass.
At Choate's Air Conditioning, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical, we've proudly served families across the Mid-South since 1958. Still family owned and operated, we're built on tradition, trust, and old-fashioned service you can count on. And now to celebrate 68 years of service, we're offering a heating tune-up for just $68. Keep your home safe, efficient, and ready for the cold months ahead. Looking to upgrade? Right now, get up to $2,000 in instant carrier cool cash rebates, plus 60 months no interest financing on select carrier systems. That means comfort and savings today and peace of mind for years to come. But that's not all. Upgrade today and take advantage of $500 off a tankless water heater or a whole home generator installation. Even more ways to protect your home and your family. Don't wait. These special offers won't last. Call 347-8086 or visit ChoatesHVAC.com today and turn to the experts with Choates and let our family serve your family.
At Jason's Deli, when you're dining in or picking up curbside, you can expect wholesome food and no surprises, just delicious sandwiches, crisp salads, and quick quality meals made with the freshest ingredients and no artificial trans fats, MSG, high fructose corn syrup, or artificial colors and dyes. Around here, a lot of thought goes into what we put into our food and what we take out of it, because you're not just taking a bite, you're getting a taste of who we are. New items are constantly being created to expand our menu for all tastes and special diets with vegan and gluten-free options available. Convenience and on-time delivery you can count on. It's just a click away at jasonsdeli.com, so whether you need to feed 5 people or 5,000, the team at Jason's Deli, they have the credentials and the commitment to keep you satisfied. Freshness is nearby at Jason's Deli with locations at Ridgeway in the Park Place Center, Poplar and Highland, Germantown Road in Cordova, and on Goodman Road in Olive Branch. Jason's Deli. It's wholesome food and no surprises.
Memphis's original sports station. We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis and W253DF Memphis.
I have this one of those saying, when things get too heavy, just call me helium.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy Johnny Radio. It's a little Thirsty Thursday. You know what we're doing. We're talking Hotty Toddy, the Ole Miss Rebels, and a little football. You know we're talking with the best. That's Evie Van Pelt. She's the founder, the publisher of the Rebel Walk. TheRebelWalk.com is your #1 source for all things Ole Miss sports information. And the Ole Miss Rebels, do you realize how ranked, do you know that do you know where the Ole Miss Rebels are, Mr. J?
Mm-hmm.
You know how crazy that is right now?
You talking about the 4th ranked football team in America?
Yeah, the highest ranked team in the SEC. 5-0, and man, it was all last year. You know, like you think about the Jackson Darts back, you got all the pieces. They went out there and had the defense, the offense, they're doing it all. But right now, with 2 different quarterbacks, Ole Miss Rebels 5-0, and we are so blessed because we get to talk with Evie Van Pelt. Evie, first and foremost, how you doing on this Thursday?
I'm doing great. Excited to be here. I was thinking about that before y'all called. How excited I am I get to talk to you.
Man, I'm kind of curious. What's going on with Ole Miss against Washington State and the quarterback situation? Everybody's just talking about it and kind of wondering.
I know. And, so Lane basically said on the SEC coaches teleconference Wednesday, he wasn't sure who was starting Saturday. Now, I don't really know about that. I mean, I think he probably has an idea who's starting. He did say that Austin Simmons is still not 100%, but he's getting there. Well, then later in the day, after Kiffin was on the teleconference, I think it might have been some of the On3 guys, Pete Nakos or somebody, put out that Trinidad Chambliss is expected to start Saturday. So, I don't know. I don't think there's anybody who thinks Trinidad won't start Saturday, but, Lane's kind of cagey, so there's just no telling.
Yeah, there really is no telling. And I will tell you one thing, though. It is Washington State, and this team is really bad.
Yeah.
They're they can't stop anybody. Whoever is out there, I feel like, is going to put up mad, crazy numbers. But I do want to ask you, they are 4th in the country. Is this team better than last year's team?
Isn't that a great question? And isn't it just an astonishing question when you think about what Ole Miss lost last year? And, I mean, just the level of NFL players.
Talent, period, ever out of one Ole Miss class.
Right. I mean, it's hard to imagine when you start throwing around the names there. But I tell you what, this group, I mean, they have chemistry. They love each other. I mean, I thought last year's team did too. I think they did. But there just seems to be something about this team. One thing I think Lane and actually a couple of the players have alluded to is that this team doesn't let anything get to it if something bad happens on the field. And to me, that's something you really, coaches preach that, over and over, play the next play.
Play the next play, yeah.
Yeah, but that's easier said than done, sometimes. But this team really seems to be able to do that enough for Kiffin to comment on it. And I think we saw in some of those close games they had, going back and forth with Arkansas, score to score, until the second half the defense kind of took over. And, Kentucky, that one wasn't a given. And back when Simmons was playing, he threw an interception, but then he came back on that crazy 4th down play, made it, completed it, and they went on, and that could have been the difference in the game. So I don't know. I think that's one thing to watch is their resiliency. And they're not going to, I don't believe they're going to need that resiliency this Saturday, but they may well need the resiliency the coming Saturday after that when they travel to Athens.
Now, the last time Ole Miss played, of course, they beat the 4th team in the country, the LSU Tigers, and they held them to 19 points, which was one of the most impressive things. I really didn't think that was going to be a 24-19 game, to be honest with you.
No,
I was thinking over, baby.
I know. Lane and Knox told us take the over. So I don't know what happened, but yeah, you're right. Never saw that coming.
And again, Trinidad against LSU was flat out awesome. Like, he was so special in that game. I mean, what did he throw for over 300 yards in that game? I believe.
Yes, I think 314, and then had 71 rushing. And isn't he the only one of the only quarterbacks? I think I read maybe even the only one in the SEC, even the SEC, not just Ole Miss, to have over 300 yards passing in a game with over 50 yards rushing in a game, back to back to back, 3 games in a row, and that's not been done before, I don't believe.
My goodness, that is impressive. How big has Kawan Lacey been? Basically, also his emergence in the backfield.
Ooh, I tell you what. He had 87 hard-fought yards against LSU. I think he was earning his money against the Tigers, and that's the thing. Nussmeier is having a down season, it looks like, as LSU quarterback. Some think he's hurt. Some, there's all sorts of speculation. But and they were missing their starting offensive lineman and running back. But they had their defense, and the defense was the bread and butter. Is the bread and butter of that team. And for Ole Miss to go out and, literally grind it out against them and come up, like Lane said, who would have thought Ole Miss had 28 first downs and LSU had 16? I just, I don't know that I saw that coming. Although I will say, in one of our staff prediction articles, I did say Ole Miss would have 500 yards, and I think they had 480. So I feel pretty good about that one. But, yeah, Kawan Lacey was huge, and that's, I think, you and I have talked about it before, that's what they were missing last year, is a running back they could give the ball to and grind up some clock, and that they were able to do that.
Do you think, like we talk about the turnover, like with the rosters every single year now in college football, but one thing we don't talk about is the continuity of Ole Miss's, coaching staff. That's one thing Lane's kept together, the core offense and core defensive coaching staff. I think that's huge, and I don't think it's talked about enough. Having those same guys in there, knowing each other, knowing how to, bounce things off, knowing how practice is going to go, knowing each other as well as they do. I think that's one of the reasons that you have a team that comes out there like this year's team, who when they do face adversity, they have no fear, because you got that same constant voice in your ear, and you got the same demeanor with the same people constantly calling the plays and running things.
Absolutely. That's a great point. And Lane has talked about it at different times. He'll just say, we've had the same staff for, over 3 years in a row now. And that's a big deal. And I think it's a big deal for players when they're looking where to transfer. I think that's absolutely, they're not going to go. They know when they go there, they're not going to go there and then somebody else is, we're going to get a new offensive coordinator and everything's going to change. Or, same with the defense. They know what schemes they're going to run, and the continuity of the staff is critical. And I will tell you, I think Lane Kiffin and his staff, better than anybody in the country, and I don't know if it's because they got, Lane was the portal king before, everybody else went crazy in the portal. They, better than anybody else, they find kids who fit the program and fit the culture. And, you just see it in every one of the kids that they've gotten, over the years. They find the kids that are going to be good fits. And, I think I mentioned Austin Simmons told us at Media Days that if there's a player that comes in on a visit and, he just, it just doesn't seem like he's going to fit in. They absolutely, I'm not going to say they have complete veto power, but Austin said, that pretty much the staff listens to them. So that may be part of it also.
Man, they just got things rolling down in Oxford, and they're going to be rolling. I feel like the offense is going to be rolling this week. They're absolutely going to dominate. But I did also notice when you talk about continuity and, Lane and quarterbacks, very, very, very big topic, especially with, of course, Trinidad and Austin. But they also landed another 4-star for the future, I heard, over the weekend.
Yes, they did. They picked up, this is, to me, when Lane Kiffin signs a quarterback, people should take notice. And this particular quarterback is from the Northeast. He's from Connecticut. His name is Keegan Croucher, and he's a 4-star quarterback for 2027. So this is 2027, not 2026.
Whoa!
But they rolled out the red carpet. I mean, this is a 6'4", 205-pound guy that doesn't graduate even until 2027. So he's another one of those multi-sport athletes: football, basketball, baseball. I think he's the number 10 quarterback in the nation for 2027. And so, I feel like a lot of the times those numbers, when it comes to quarterbacks and their rankings, don't matter to me that much because, Lane got a guy from D2, Ferris State, so I think Lane absolutely recruits more to the talent and the kid and how he fits in the program than whether he's a 4-star or 5-star. And it just so happens this kid is a 4-star, so.
I saw he turned down offers from Oregon, Georgia, Miami, Penn State,
Yes.
a bunch of schools. And he says that basically they made him feel at home when he was down in Oxford.
He did. We, our recruiting writer, Leanne Herring, visited with him, and he just said, they recruited me hard. They have the offense I fit in, that I think I can thrive in. Think about it. He was at that LSU game, and, you just...
Oh, man.
All the recruits that were at that game, you couldn't have left that game without thinking, man, I want to be a part of that. But I think over and over, can you imagine being a quarterback? They've got another commit, Reese Wise from Austin Westlake, and who's a 2026, I believe. And, he was there for one of the games, and it's just like that offensive system is so amazing. And Lane and Charlie Weiss, whoever's calling the plays, quarterbacks love that system. And this kid, Leanne asked him, when was the moment you knew this was where home would be? And he just said, when I was there, when they played LSU, it was a special weekend. And like you said, they made me feel like it was my home. And so, I think people will keep coming for him. I think they're absolutely going to keep recruiting him. But he just said Ole Miss checked all the boxes, and I love everything about what they do and how they do it. And over and over and over, Johnny, I hear from recruits, they tell Leanne, that everyone is genuine there. And they've given me the most love and made it clear I was their guy. And so many kids tell us that. I sent an email to one of our recruiting directors for the university saying, we had an interview with the kid, and he said, in all the communication that I've ever received from Ole Miss, it's just so positive and feels genuine. And that means a lot to kids. So, yeah, we've got NIL and money and show me the money and all that, but,
when you got money, you got continuity with the coaching staff, and you got a place as wonderful as Oxford, it does kind of help you out in every facet when you have all three.
It does. A kid going to Oxford, it's just such a wonderful, wonderful little town. And I just think that the players talk about that too. The current players talk about how much the community supports them. And, it is such a small town that you do run into Kawan Lacey at Walmart or, whatever.
Austin Simmons.
Yes. And he just, oh my goodness, I was talking with Ben Craddock, who owns Blue Sky, and he worked with Austin and I think Dick's Sporting Goods, and they sponsored, Austin went and got a bunch of footballs and baseballs and all sorts of athletic equipment for the Boys and Girls Club there, and went and spent time with the kids because he said he wanted to make sure that they have, any of the athletic tools that they might need, because sports meant so much to him growing up, and that was just this week. So that was cool to see Austin doing that and giving back to the community.
That is awesome. And also, I don't know, man, I think Whit Weeks has a little eligibility left. Maybe if they need a linebacker next year, we can have Landry.
Whit might want to consider, coming to the red and blue. And did you hear Lane after the LSU game? He said, I think I need to find wit to see if we reached you over or something. I just thought that was funny. You know, Lane is just hilarious to me.
He does a fabulous job with the media and pretty much everybody. His social media game is strong too. Like it's pretty interesting how good his game is.
It really is. And, you know, I think some of that is just Lane and who he is, and I think he's way more comfortable on social media than he is, you know, dealing with people in person.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just funny because he is hilarious. He's got a really dry sense of humor. But he said with social media, he noticed, you know, and I'm sure this was a while ago, that when he would then go meet with players and their families, the families would say, well, we feel like we know you, you know, from your social media. We feel like we already know you. And so he realized, he said, that that is such a good tool to use in recruiting. So, you know, he's something else. He has definitely mastered it. You're right.
Also, like he also dropped some, you know, aside from being funny, it was a few days ago I was checking out his Twitter and he dropped I can't remember who it was, but it was just like a great. Oh, here it is. He texted out, "What a privilege to be tired from work you once prayed for. What a privilege to feel overwhelmed by growth you used to dream about. What a privilege to be challenged by a life you created on purpose. What a privilege to outgrow things you used to settle for." Like he'll even drop that knowledge on you.
Yeah, he will. He does that a lot, and I think Lane has gotten to a point in his life, and I think we saw it, you know, maybe in the E60, The Many Lives of Lane Kiffin documentary. He's very grateful for what he has now, and he also, I think, realizes that all those, you know, things that he went through, leaving Tennessee and the people getting mad, and USC and fired on the tarmac, and being fired by Saban, you know, all that, but everything, all things work together for good, and I really believe that he feels like that has shaped him into the person he is now. And I also think that the death of his father was also very impactful, and I think he would like his kids, instead of worrying about what everybody else in the world is thinking about him, he just wants his kids to think of him and be able to leave, you know, a legacy like Monty left for him.
Lane has done a fabulous job, and I'm sure his pops is proud. Oh, Monty Kiffin. Now, this Rebel football team's been just straight up fun this year. The LSU game was out of control. One thing is, this is a weird kick time, 11:45 against Washington State, though.
Oh, I know.
Like, you know, it's just it's an interesting time. It's just a little bit weird, but I feel like it's going to be a lot of scoring early by the offense in Lane Kiffin in that first half.
Well, I think so, too. And then, you know, the thing that I've kind of kicked around in my mind is what happens, you know, I really do feel like Trinidad will start that game. And so, but do you really want to leave, I mean, Ole Miss is a 32.5-point favorite, you know, and do you really, if he's the starter, do you really want to leave him in, you know, with Georgia coming up? I mean, some people think, yeah, let him have as much practice as he can since he's new out there. And some say, for the love of God, don't let him get hurt, you know. So Lane is right, though. He has probably the best 1-2 quarterback room in the country. I mean, I don't know who would be any better because, honestly, I don't, you know of a lot of people who have better number ones. Currently, I think Trinidad is number 3 in the country in total QBR. I mean, that's strong. That ESPN metric that measures quarterbacks is outstanding. I know David has promoted it and approved of it for a really long time. It's just very, very accurate, and it's an accurate indicator of, frankly, kind of, you know, how they will progress to the next level, the NFL. So, and I think he's number 2 in the SEC behind Gunnar Stockton, but only by tenths of points. You know, so that next weekend is going to be fantastic. And I'm just wondering, back to the question, do you play Trinidad half the game and then you put Austin in? Well, then it kind of looks like Austin is second string if you do that. If Austin's well, do you start off? I mean, I just don't know. I still go back to you roll with whoever beat LSU.
I'm kind of with you again. He's that stat you mentioned earlier, the first player in the SEC in 30 years to post 300 yards passing and 50 yards rushing in in 3 consecutive games.
Yeah.
I mean, that's awesome. I mean, they're averaging over 400 yards of total offense every time he starts a game. They've been absolutely fabulous. He's using his legs. He's avoiding sacks. He's setting records. I mean, he's been tearing it up. Caden Lee got out there against LSU, and they found him and got him going. I mean, that wide receiving, the quarterback room, the running back room, the wide receiving room, it is locked and loaded. Now with Georgia, Washington State, and then you got Georgia on the road on the 18th, and then Oklahoma. Those are the 2 biggest games of the season. I feel like everything right there is going to be that's going to be for the marbles, if you know what I mean. And I'm wondering, what do you think about the offensive line still? Do we still have questions, or did they answer that against LSU?
You know what? I feel like the concerns I had going into the LSU game with LSU's defensive front, which LSU's always good in the trenches, offensively and defensively. They just are. And now that they've, are adding to their, they always do a good job of recruiting Louisiana, getting the top players in Louisiana. And now they've added the portal, and they're doing very well in the portal and got some defensive linemen from there. I think it told me a lot about the offensive line. I mean, I think also, they made a few mistakes. There were a few, penalties and such. But again, they're not letting things get to them. And I think they're healthy. Lane has said that going into this bye week. He said, we really wish we could have kept on playing. I mean, health-wise, we're doing really well. So knock on wood to be going into the 6th weekend of the season and be relatively healthy. Plus, we've already played 3 SEC games. A lot of teams have not. So I think that offensive line answered some. I mean, it's a good point. I hadn't really thought about that, but they did, I think, answer some questions.
I think they really did, and I'll tell you again. I watched the Georgia-Tennessee game. I watched the Georgia-Alabama game. They could have lost both of those bad boys. Probably should have lost to Tennessee. Did lose to Alabama. This Georgia team's definitely gettable. I'll tell you that much.
They are, and for once, and who knows, maybe it's because Lane is the king of social media and saying the right things in press conferences. But, Lane talked about it. It's how it always seemed like Ole Miss, when we play LSU in Baton Rouge, it's going to be at night. When we play LSU at our place, it's going to be in the daytime. And he's like, and then I think he even said in Georgia, that'll probably be a night game. Well, it's not a night game. It's
2:30, isn't it? They announced that,
yeah, it's a 2:30 game, and I think that's going to make a difference. I mean, it's a crazy place. I've said it a million times since going there a couple of years ago. That play, when Ole Miss just got pounded, that was the loudest stadium I've been in. I mean, it really was. And so I think it'll help that it's a 2:30 game. And so, again, who knows? Some of Lane's comments, because, people report on everything Lane says. And so, maybe that affected something. I don't know. But definitely I feel really good. That secondary, how do you feel about the secondary? Because they were a question going in, and I've been impressed with them.
I'm sorry. Like, when you hold, Nussmeier to 19 points and that LSU offense that's, used to scoring and scoring and scoring, I feel like that secondary is doing pretty good.
I feel like they are, too. And so, once again, they made some really good moves in the transfer portal. And I think, again, we overlook kind of the people behind the scenes, the player personnel people who are the people out there, scouting these guys and finding them and bringing them to Kiffin. They do a great job. And, they've got a lot of, we've talked about it, former NFL, coaches and personnel on the staff who are obviously very, very good evaluators of talent. So I've been impressed with that. Linebackers have been, T.J. Daugherty is my guy. I just really like him a lot. And then that defensive front, again, it doesn't have the star name power of the group last year, but they're out there hustling,
They are. I know you're out there hustling. What y'all got working up on the rebelwalk.com? What you got coming down the pipe?
Well, we're going to have something out later today or first thing tomorrow. It's going to be another big visitors weekend for recruits. And so we'll have something out about all the guys that are coming in. We have a media op with Coach Beard today, this afternoon at 1 o'clock. We'll talk a little bit about that. And just cover we'll have our staff predictions coming up for the Washington State game. So just a lot of stuff out there, a lot of stuff happening at Ole Miss.
And they're gonna do a little tip of the cap to the Ole Miss cheer team that won the national championship. So
they are. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. Well, that is fantastic. I'll have to tell my photographer so she can get some pictures of a certain
sweet
Savannah
little girl,
Hardin.
Please.
Yeah, Savannah Hardin out there. So getting recognized for the Natty, so that is awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited for her. She's excited. We're going to head down there tomorrow, so I'll be in Oxford all weekend. And then, Evie, you're going to be talking to my friends next week because I'm going to be at the beach, baby.
Oh, okay. Well, good for you. Good for you. So where are you going to be watching the Georgia game?
Sadly, from a beautiful seat on Fort Walton Beach, just chilling like a villain with a little Tito's in my cup, having a wonderful day and rooting on the Rebels.
Yes, well, let's hope you are celebrating with a lot of Tito's.
And by the way, Jackson Dart, with the Giants, got a big game tonight, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. That's against the Eagles, so I guess it's going to be a good one for Rebel fans to watch. Did you watch any of that Saints? Yes. Did you watch any of that?
Oh my gosh!
Saints?
Yes, I did. The first half looked so good, and then in the second half they fell apart.
They did, and I think they had like 5 turnovers in a row or something, pretty unprecedented. But Jackson, I think Jackson's going to come back strong. I think Jackson, took responsibility for what he needed to take responsibility for, and he's going to be working hard and staying on top of those teammates. So
I gotta say, also thanks to Jackson for getting my daughter tickets and flying her, flying her and Reese down to New Orleans and getting them all set up.
I was going to say I saw a great picture of them, so that was awesome. And I think was Eli Acker in the picture, maybe, and some. Yeah. Oh, she just had to have a ball.
Yes, she
did. That was awesome.
Well, I'm going to have a lot of fun, 11:45 kick, because the Rebels are going to go out there and wear out Washington State, and then we're all going to be looking after that game right at Georgia. Woo. Evie, thank you so much for your time, and tell everybody where they can find you.
Okay, they can find us first and foremost. They can find our work at therebelwalk.com. And then they can find us on social media, Twitter at The Rebel Walk, and Facebook, The Rebel Walk, and Instagram, The Rebel Walk, and YouTube, and TikTok. So,
and hit that like and subscribe button when you go to the YouTube, baby.
Oh, please do. Please do. We would love that. We're going to have somebody at, I believe there's another baseball scrimmage this weekend. There was one last weekend, and we had one of our guys reporting live from there, and so we're just trying to cover it all.
Evie, thank you so much for your time, and I appreciate the wonderful work you do and all the time that you give me. But have a blessed one.
I appreciate you.
We'll do it again I'll talk to you in 2 weeks, dear.
Okay, have fun. Have a great time.
That is my friend, Evie Van Pelt. Make sure when you need something, when you want to know something about the Rebels, you just go to therebelwalk.com. They got you covered. Back in 2 shakes. Y'all want some wood? I'm going to give it to you. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Join the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin, for Wolo and Friends. Weekday mornings from 10 to 11, here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Family Leisure doesn't do anything small. It's always got to be big, just like the world's biggest spa sale. Happening right now at Family Leisure. Check this out. You can get spas starting under $3,000. Spas and even swim spas, they're up to 30% off. Floor model spas have even bigger special prices. Cold plunges are all the trend right now. Take the plunge starting under $5,000. You see a patio furniture set you like? You could get a free umbrella with it. Ask an associate for details. Plus, swimming pools are clearance price now through the end of October. Get yours before the prices increase. That is with any big sale. Special financing, it's available. The only thing small during the world's biggest spa sale at Family Leisure are the prices. Family Leisure, Whitten Road at I-40, where family and fun come together.
Scott Graham here from Thursday Night Football on Westwood One. Jason Benetti and Devin McCourty have the call as Week 6 of the season kicks off with NFC East action between the Eagles and the Giants. New York is 1-1 after moving rookie Jackson Dart into the starting quarterback role. Now they host Jalen Hurts and the 4-1 division rival Eagles. Join us on Thursday Night Football.
Right here on Sports 56.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next-day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Ready to kick off the fun? Chumba Casino is your go-to game plan during halftime or overtime. From spinning slots to instant scratch-style cards, it's like running the perfect play, all from home. New players score a free welcome bonus and daily logins with a shot at some serious prizes every time you play. Get in the game and visit ChumbaCasino.com today. Let's Chumba. Sponsored by VGW Group. No purchase necessary. See terms at ChumbaCasino.com. Must be over 21 and present in a state where it's legal to play.
But you got to be willing to take the hit and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Man, we had a busy Thursday today.
Yeah, some people in these streets call you Johnny Overtime today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get it?
My mom even said this. She's like, John, doing a little overtime today, huh?
Yeah, Johnny even had a phone call. Shout out to, I believe that was Todd earlier when we were doing Wolo. He was like, is my ears playing a trick on me? Is that John at 10? I was like, yes, sir, it is.
Yup, it was, man. I can't, y'all probably surprised I was up.
Thought daylight savings had already happened or something.
I know, I appreciated Darian reaching out to me this morning, making sure I remembered that I was doing Volo's show. I appreciate Jay Ham doing the same thing this morning. Got also a call from Miss Margaret, so good looking out, everybody. All know me.
Okay, and with that being said, what do we all know? We got one more day of it. One tomorrow. Got to do it again.
Yup, one more. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'll be getting those calls.
You're welcome.
Thank
Sounds
you.
like you were signing off for the week.
Oh, that's right. Today is Thursday. Oh, my goodness. I do need to tell you, though, it's very, very important. Rick's Powder Coating, bro. You know they sponsor Hardwood. I had Rick out there. He was at the Hilton Garden Inn on Monday when we were out there talking about powder coating and why you need to powder coat and don't paint. One, I mean, it can make it any color. It literally bonds to the metal. It becomes a part of it. It's not going to rust. It's not going to chip. It's not going to fade. It's going to be beautiful forever, longer than you're going to be here. That's how good it's going to look. If it's metal, ornamental, automotive, industrial, you name it, powder coated, don't paint it. Go to rickspowdercoating.com. Let's go to Hardwood.
This is Access Hardwood.
The Yankees lose. What a insane MLB postseason, I think.
I'm having fun.
Yesterday was buck wild, man. I mean, today we got, a couple more games. I don't know if you realize this. Some teams have gone home. Some teams are playing again. You got the Phillies and the Dodgers. They're going to be back at it today.
Afternoon.
Are y'all not going to acknowledge the wake y'all had yesterday for the Phillies? You guys had a like a funeral?
Yeah, we
or
did.
Wake. Y'all had a wake for them yesterday, and they woke up on you.
Yeah, they did. I mean, you got to realize their top 4 hitters were hitting a combined under like 140.
Them top 3 yesterday were hit over 500 and 2 home runs, baby.
Yeah, I guess you can't keep good guys down forever. Kyle Schwarber homered twice after going, 0 for 8 with like 5 strikeouts, 2 shots. He had a 3-run bomb in the 4th inning. And I can't remember what the other one was, but it was awesome. And they did. They dropped the Dodgers 8-2. And I'm telling you, I was impressed with Aaron Nola. I didn't see that coming. I promise you that. But yeah, man, we got more baseball. I was having a funeral for him.
Yeah.
But the Yankees, man, New York people are in a funeral right now.
They are in a funeral.
Mets,
they are.
The Yankees, like, they all out. You got, you paid Juan Soto all that money. You got Aaron Judge and all that money the Yankees paid. Neither of them are still playing. They both chilling.
They bring Boone back?
Nope, they don't need to.
I mean, I wouldn't. But I don't know. Somehow he's been holding on to that job. Old Steinbrenner would have gotten rid of him already.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
I'm calling Dusty.
Man.
Think Dusty want to?
He doesn't want to, but let's add to the legacy. You got one. Let's see if we can do it. He's been sitting down, for a year or 2 now?
Yeah.
Call him Dusty.
Dude, by the way, I just saw this. So, did you hear about the Los Angeles Laker fans who are now suing LeBron James?
for that nonsense. He had me too, man. I mean, the vitriol is real. What you got?
Okay, so you know how he did the decision part 2? And it was a commercial for
Hennessy VSOP.
Get a little cognac. Hypnotic and Hennessy really don't mix,
They really don't.
They really don't. Well,
They did the upgraded version, though. VSOP. He did Hennessy VSOP.
They also kind of lied to you and said that it's like a collector's item or one of a
It
kind.
has his picture on it or something.
By the way, dude,
Let's sue him.
$432.
Let's sue him.
But yeah, man, like they're saying that they're suing him, that they're suing James because they thought he was going to retire. Ergo, they think that like they bought their tickets early or something.
And the tickets spiked too. The tickets for the last game. They went from a minimum $80 to the cheapest ticket like $400.
Like $500, right?
Because of that damn decision too.
Hey, man,
really?
I look at this man as the brother of a judge. That's a you problem.
Yeah.
It just
Wait, you got a judge in your family? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Who?
My sister.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool, man. In Memphis?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, bro. That's what I'm talking about.
She's a fan of you too, man. She's been a long time listener to Happy Hour.
I love that.
Other shows.
Probably the most positive story we had on a judge during Hardwood. Most of the time when we talk about judges,
Judge Joe Brown came in and me.
Okay.
Like Judge Joe Brown and me, we tight. I think it's awesome.
And
Like me
speaking
and him
of,
out there, like we out in the shooting range over there at Top Gun. Pow, 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 pow.
hey, your boy Cohen got an opponent now.
has an
Justin
opponent.
Pearson is running. He took your spot. I mean, you still can run, but Justin Pearson is challenging Cohen.
I'm kind of busy. I'm gonna give it like a little. I'm gonna mold
He's the
it
guy with the
over.
fro, John. He's the young guy with the fro.
Dude, I haven't seen this guy.
You probably have. You just don't know it's him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just don't know, but I do know that it's kind of crazy. I mean, how can you just can you just sue anybody for anything?
That's pretty much. If you got the money to file it, yeah.
I mean, and dude, why did you all of a sudden really actually believe that all of a sudden he was about to bounce, man?
Well,
It's because of how he did it.
Well, especially when on media day he says he has no timetable for retirement.
And then when you use the decision too, we don't think that it was a joke. Like I'm kind of lighthearted about it, but I see how some people could be upset though.
I'm gonna be straight up with y'all. I knew it wasn't that.
I did too. I was like, man, there ain't no way he's that stupid to do that again.
He's selling some or it's going to be a combination of that, and he's going to announce his retirement too. The funny part, like John said, he wouldn't be that stupid again, but it's like, how would it be stupid if he were to do it this time? He's going home if he was to be able to do that. You see what I'm saying? It's like, in the first time, he did it for charity. That part gets overlooked because they just looked at how the attention would. We have to remember when we're talking about this dude, he's the first superstar athlete of the social media era. He is using the platform effectively. And when he does, people hate on him.
Now, with that being said, did you see Dilly say that LeBron is persona non grata now? He doesn't mean anything. That's why he did it. Dylan Brooks.
This is Dylan Brooks we talking about.
That's just Dylan being a heel, bro.
Right. That's just Dylan on heel activity. And I love it.
I love it.
And I think that quote, did you hear him say that?
It was the pictogram with the
Yeah, see, I think that one is bogus. I could have made that one up. But it sounded like something that Dylan would say. So it's plausible. But he's the first superstar of the social media era, man. He know how to pimp this. Y'all remember when Samsung introduced the LeBron app about 10 years ago? He's like that. This dude has more followers than the NBA on Instagram. NBA, NFL, all the leagues combined, he has more followers. He's doing what he's supposed to do. He's marketing. That's what it is. Self-made. Y'all hate on self-made players, man. That ain't my style.
Okay, I have a question.
Shoot.
I just saw this. Somebody just texted this in at the Sissy's Luck. I've been texting listener line because life's too short for ordinary jewelry. And they asked my opinion about Ryan Clark's apology for Monday Night Football. Something about, Kyron Lacy.
Say Kyron Lacy's name, man. That's for certain. He had a little, it wasn't even long. He just spoke on the matter. And that was that.
But why was he having to apologize? I don't understand.
I really don't get that one either, John.
If y'all have heard about the story, at least like the news that I know about it so far is...
He got lied on.
It feels like there's very clear evidence that contradicts the claims.
No, we saw the evidence. It contradicts the claims.
They say he was at least a football field away.
I mean, I was going to say, and I don't understand, though, what he would have to apologize about, because didn't he say he personally knew him? And
Ryan Clark takes a lot of flack on Twitter when he's opinionated about real life stuff. And it's by a certain sector of people, to be fair.
I don't understand.
They don't like Ryan Clark, man. Social media is like real dirtbaggish on stuff like that. Really don't matter who it is, especially when you have that platform that he has on ESPN and the Pivot and the whole deal. Anything that he says, and he speaks a lot of good.
Oh, hold on. I just had another texter said, John, well, one of the reasons I think he apologized is because he says he was 100% wrong in everything, and ESPN possibly could be sued because there is a video out of him driving at an insanely high rate of speed on the wrong side of the road. I don't know.
What they got to do with that murder?
I don't know. Well, that's what it says. He fled the scene of an accident in his first call. 10 minutes later, says the defense attorney.
He fled the scene of an accident that he didn't cause. What are you talking about?
I don't know. I didn't understand. I'm just so confused now by the whole situation from what we've heard about the Kyron Lacy situation. Maybe I just gonna have to look into this a little bit more. Sorry, texter, I don't know everything that's going on or why or what was said on ESPN because I was here actually working for Wolo this morning, so I don't know.
I mean, he said it right in postgame. He was doing postgame with SVP. I checked it out a little bit. It was kind of pretty much the same thing a lot of people were saying in regards to Kyron Lacy. It just,
I mean, didn't we have the attorney come out there and literally put out all the evidence where he was not...
Right. Video.
All right. Well, anyway, I'm going to have to do more digging because I don't know, sir. But I do know this. We got to bet. We got Thursday Night Football. What we betting on? I'm going to tell you on the other side. So don't you touch the dial. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Start your day with Sports 56 Mornings with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10, right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Is your wife asking you to stop eating junk food? Well, we have you covered at Humdinger's. It's quick and it's healthy, and most important, it tastes amazing. With many choices from salmon salad to rainbow trout and grilled asparagus. Come visit us for lunch at Humdinger's, 6300 Poplar Avenue. So good, Coach Penny eats with us weekly. Don't forget, Humdinger's offers full-service catering for weddings, social events, or your corporate lunches. You can call 901-260-8292 to find out more.
Mercedes-Benz Van Center Memphis has serious vans for serious work. At 4430 American Way, they are the Mid-South source for cargo, passenger, crew vans, and custom chassis. Need one or a full fleet? New or used, they've got it with fleet solutions and custom upfits. Certified techs keep you moving with fast maintenance, repairs, and a large parts inventory. Mercedes-Benz Van Center is your Sprinter Van headquarters, 901-237-9302 or sprintervans.com. Mercedes-Benz Van Center Memphis, part of the Tag Truck Center family, driven to keep you on the road.
This is the sound of captivity. This is the sound of rescue. And this is the sound of freedom. Give Armenia's captive bears a second chance by supporting International Animal Rescue. Call 508-826-1083 or search The Great Bear Rescue to learn more.
The next time you are having a business meeting and you get to choose the restaurant, here's an idea. Choose Sunrise. Sunrise on Jefferson and Sunrise East on Poplar are the perfect locations for a relaxed conversation about work issues. Going to some chain restaurant where it's too loud and the servers aren't focused completely on giving you and your coworkers perfect service is just going to make a meeting more complicated. But if you meet at either Sunrise location, you can rely on a comfortable atmosphere with terrific service and, as an added bonus, great food served fresh and fast.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. The Kyron Lacey stuff is definitely something I'm going to have to look at because it now says the Louisiana State Police released new video evidence in the deadly crash showing that, Lacey was speeding in the wrong lane, 90 yards away, blah, 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 blah. And I guess I'm going to have to check out this video when I get off air because I didn't have time to get through it.
I found out. I see the quote where he's apologizing for. It says, quote, "There's no amount of words that would bring him back," speaking of Lacey, "but someone needs to pay for the lies, deceit, and evil endured. R.I.P. brother." So I think that's what he's saying. Someone needs to pay. That type of deal.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to do a little more digging. I guess we'll address it tomorrow if I find out any more news. But I do have to bet today because I got that fever. I'm telling you right now, I love the over tonight. Am I crazy?
Nope.
It's only 40.5, and I'm feeling like, the Eagles are going to try to go out there and execute offensively extremely efficiently after that last loss to the Broncos where, they came out, looked like they were taking control of that game. You got Philly, who's up by 17-3, 17-0 for a while or something. And all of a sudden, you don't run the ball anymore in the second half, the fourth quarter. You don't get the ball to Saquon Barkley. I mean, he had 6 carries for the entire freaking game. They tried to force feed balls, it felt like, to Brown and Smith. And the Broncos ended up rallying and scoring, I think, 18 points in the fourth quarter to win that bad boy. And, I feel like their offense is going to come out and want to be extremely efficient. Now, I know that the Giants' defense is sometimes salty. Like, let's be real. Like, they held that Chargers team, to 18 points. They look real good in the first half against the Saints, and then I don't know what the heck happened to them. 2 turnovers from Jackson Dart don't help your defense. I know that much. Their defense has been pretty good, but let's not forget, man. Do y'all remember the Cowboys and the Giants game earlier this year?
Yeah.
What was it, like 80 points in that game?
Yep.
I feel like, you know.
Yeah, 40-40 tie, right? Yeah.
No, that was Green Bay.
That was Green Bay. Okay, now, okay. You said 80.
That was 2 weeks prior. I think that was 2 weeks prior.
Here it is, 40-37. So close, 77 damn points. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of scoring tonight. No, I don't think the Eagles' defense is the Cowboys. I definitely don't think the Giants are going to be like just crazy, amazing offense. I mean, you got rookie Cam Scatterboo doing his thing. You got my man rookie Jackson Dart playing. You know Malik Neighbors is out there, but the total is just too low. I mean, they're going to get over it. In fact, that's my favorite play tonight in the game. I don't like I hate 7.5.
I don't like that one either. Not for that one. I'm with you.
That damn hook, baby. I don't like it. One thing I do like, Los Cabos, where the flavors of Mexico melt in your mouth. Right now, you know, they got lunch deals every day from 10 to 3, $7 to $11. Happy hour, 3 to 8. $5.50 premium shots of tequila all day long, all day strong. Man, when you want some good Mexican food, let those flavors melt in your mouth at Los Cabos right there at Summer and Graham. I'm going to take I guess I'm going to take a small break here, guys. It was 3 hours of fun for me.
You're taking a 21-hour break. 21 hours.
You got a little Tony Reale with that one around the horn.
Yeah.
For Darian Newsom, for Jay Ham, I'm John Harden. Y'all get out there, make the world a better place. We're going to see you on the flip side. Peace.